Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I tried filming this out in the truck, but my tablet got too hot, and so did the little chick that I had with me. Right now, I'm working with individual times with these chicks. Um, the one whose feet were bad in the beginning, she's like number one. She loves to be held, she loves to cuddle, and she's not real close to the other chicks. Not that they pick on her too bad, because she's the same size or bigger than some of them. So I think she would be great as a promotional um, baby for our farm. I'm working on the farm signs right now, and pretty soon we'll be getting it all in order. And I believe I need some chickens to take with me when I go to promote our farm. So I'm thinking about that one tenacious little rooster in there. He's funny. He's always the first one to jump at me when I clean the bottom of the cage. He's always the first one to come running. So I'm going to work with him as well. I don't have names picked out yet. If you want to give me a couple of suggestions, I would love that. But, you know, they'll get their names eventually. Um, but this group here is going to be a very special promotion group for my farm. So I'm going to be working with these little guys a lot. Cider laid an egg yesterday. That's the first time she has laid an egg since she was injured. Today, when I went up to check on her and to medicate her, her scab in the big gouge, it looks pretty good. It's staying pretty healthy. Her other feathers are growing back pretty well. She's always a tough cookie, so she's constantly talking to me. And something about Cider is when I go in to do her medication, she will do the rooster stop. She's always done the rooster stop with me. I'm her rooster, but it also allows me to spread her wings, and I don't have to hold her or squash her in any way, shape, or form to put her medicine on. She sits right there for it. I wish I had someone that would help me film, because you could see this stuff. Redbud is doing very well. She has been laying eggs. As you know, we tried letting her out with the other group, and the two little crazies did not let her go without being attacked. So what I'm going to do is tonight, I'm going to bring her up and put her in the cabana coop, because that's where she belongs. And hopefully her girls will accept her back. They're pretty tough, but I don't think they're going to attack her the way that little orphan Annie and her cohort did. So I like to call them the magpies, because man, they are something. They're the first ones that greet me when I go through the gate. Heck, most of the times Annie's like waiting for me. And at night, yeah, they wait for me to come up. They don't put themselves to bed. What else? Lily is limping. Yesterday I noticed that she was limping. So I had my husband go out and help me hold her while I trimmed. And that's always a disaster. I even gave him a brush. I'm like, here, just stand here. And so it's very hard to trim her hooves like that. But since I had just had them done, I don't even know if it's been 2 months yet. Um, they looked really, really well, and I just trimmed them up. So I'm thinking that her problem is either in the ankle of her foot or in the knee. So today was the day she was supposed to come out to the fenced in area with me and run. Um, but I really don't want to do that, because if she is sprained or twisted or something like that, as she gets up there and gets excited, she'll hurt herself even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her hang close today, see how she does, and maybe just take her up on leash later on this afternoon before I put her up. Just walk her up on leash and let her get some green stuff before she goes to bed. So that's kind of the game plan. What else? Oh, also, I had canceled. I didn't really mean to cancel the order of the Indio Gigantas that haven't come yet. But the problem was I sent a message through eBay to, you know, where the eggs were coming from, and they never responded. Um, had they responded, I would have waited. Uh, that's fine. So I got onto another site on eBay who sells the Indio Gigantas. These are out of Texas, and I'm only going to get 6 to 8 eggs, I guess. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to get the full 12. So what I will do is I will pull, I don't know, I'll pull some of my eggs. We'll hatch more babies. We'll just hatch some more babies. Since, well, I don't have a rooster with her, and I don't know if she's still fertile. Never mind. I was going to say we could just hatch out of that group, but we're going to have to hatch out of this group because I have, oh my goodness, that's right. I have to hatch everything out of Tut and these girls up here. That's fine. We've got some great girls up here. So we'll pull some of those eggs and we'll put them in the incubator. These eggs are going to be here by next Thursday or Friday. They're going to put them out in the mail Monday. So they emailed me back and was very, very upfront and talkative. So that's a good thing. And they also will be having a different bloodline next year, and so hopefully I'll grab some more of theirs next year um, to strengthen that bloodline a little bit. So I'm really excited about getting the Indio gigantas here. I think that it's going to be not only a great add to my bloodline, but it's just going to be fun to have something a little different. And every chick that we hatch from here on out is going to be going out to the barn. So that way everybody is in a fenced in area and we don't have these free rangers going crazy, because that's over an acre back there of free range they have. And so, you know, that's plenty. All right, let's get on this talk because I need to get some stuff done. I'm standing in this hot kitchen. I have my chicken wings in here. Let me check them. Let's check them real quick. Yeah, they're done. So hot. Oh wow, these look really good. You guys, I've been craving them, so I'm gonna leave them in there and I'm just gonna turn off my stove. All right, so let's talk about this. Oops, I'm trying to get sexy. Oh, that reminds me of another story I'll tell you. I'll tell you now. So I've been painting my signs out in the garage. My husband set everything up out there for me, and it was really cool. He even made a stand for one of the signs because he had made it to where it could stick in the ground, and so he made me like this little peg thing to put it in, so that way I could leave it sitting up, which is great because hanging is very hard to do. But anyway, I get done and I come out, and he says, "Do you see your picture? Did you see your picture in there?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "You didn't see the picture of you hanging in there?" And I was like, "No, I went in, I painted, I wasn't paying attention." He says, "Well, come on." Okay, fine, whatever. It is a picture that I sent him before we were married, that I had made for him before we were married. It's very tasteful but prerogative. Uh, you know, I don't know. Prerogative, provocative. I have a hard time with words, and that's part of my injury. So anyway, it was very provocative but tasteful. And I walked in there and saw that hanging in there, and I was like, um, the neighbors have all been in here, the boys have been in here. And he's like, "No." He said, "I just put it there for you to see." And I'm like, "Okay." So, needless to say, that picture is no longer in the garage. I mean, hey, I was looking pretty hot in that picture, I'm just saying. But it was for my husband or fiance at the time. So, oh my gosh, it was funny. We hear a lot about Trump derangement syndrome. There's actually a legislator in one of the states trying to make it a medical condition through legislation. All right. So I want to say that I must say that those who claim that we have Trump derangement syndrome, people who did not vote for Trump, who know that he's a criminal, a sexual assaulter, predator, making horrible economic deals and just completely off the chain. Some of us think that he is the Antichrist. We have Trump derangement syndrome because we use facts to form our opinions of him. Okay? We're talking about the present. We're talking about the future of our country. Now, we can talk about the past where he tried to take blood from Indian casino owners where he was found guilty of racism would not rent to um, black people in his apartments. We know that he's a racist. He put out the one page ad in the newspaper about the five kids that were accused of killing and raping or something, and he put out a full page ad about executing them, and then they were found innocent of the crime. We know that he is a racist. We know that he is a sexual predator. He is a self-proclaimed. It's not derangement to accept facts as facts. He's a felony. He's a felon. He's got criminal charges. But we get told we have Trump derangement syndrome. Well, let me tell you a little something. In my opinion, when I say something about Trump and it's never confronted and people deflect and go back and talk about Biden, well, that's Biden derangement syndrome because you're not listening to the facts that we're talking about. You want to deflect and go back to Biden. Trump does it, MAGA representatives do it, MAGA supporters do it, and it's really annoying. So, in my opinion, you would have derangement syndrome by not facing the facts of the present and the future of our country. Instead, you're making up stuff to say about Biden. That's Biden derangement syndrome. So, MAGA, you want to talk about Trump derangement syndrome? Well, how can you talk about it if you keep going back to Biden? Because that's Biden derangement syndrome. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to get out there and start cleaning up. I just wish Lily could have went with me, and I'm really worried about her, but we'll get going today. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.